bonsoir everyone, welcome to Chacha Paranormal. Tonight I went digging through some old French television archives for you. They all have one thing in common. They talk about UFOs. I've put the link to the original videos in the description. I had a lot of fun watching them. And for those who don't understand French, or the Burgundy accent, I'm going to tell you what's being said. Let's go. The first report looks back at a series of sightings that all took place in the most beautiful region of France, Burgundy, of course. It all begins in October 7th, 1954, in the village of Poncet-sur-Lignon. At dusk, Mrs. Fourneret is closing the shutters of her house when she notices a yellow-orange glowing sphere very close to her home. The object grows and grows, so much that the poor woman feels as if the sphere is heading straight toward her. She grabs her baby and runs to take refuge at their neighbor's house. Their husbands return from the village a little over an hour later. Together they go back to the Fourneret home and discover very clear marks on the ground in front of the property. The grass that had been flattened by the crafts took 4 years to grow back. The same UFO had been seen by a young man lifting off at the edge of a country road. 3 days before this event, other people from a neighboring village had spotted a cylindrical craft in the sky. Now let's jump forward in time to May 12, 1967, in Marlien, a village further south in Burgundy. A farmer discovers a strange star-shaped mark in his field where the soil appears to have been heated. The gendarmerie investigates and takes photos from a helicopter. Analysis of the marks reveals perfect similarities with one of the most famous UFO cases in France, one I probably make a video about someday, the Valençol case in Provence. Let's move on to the next testimony. On June 21st, 1968, late in the morning, in Brazé-en-Morvan, the sky is overcast. A farmer, accompanied by 2 friends, notices an unusual glow in the grey clouds. From this light emerges an unknown shape, pure white, suspended in the sky. Then the object lands on the ground and disappears about 20 minutes later in a red flash. After that, 1 sheep from the flock is found dead in the field and 2 others have disappeared. They will never be found. The witness also reports that the slugs near the nearby woods had strangely changed color. I'm not going to show you picture if you're eating, but Burgundy slugs are red. I know them well, they are my buddies. After this sighting, however, the creatures turned brown. A later scientific examination concluded that these poor slugs had been exposed to radiation. The witness himself was also irradiated. His eyes were painful for several months. Buckle up, we are taking off from Burgundy and heading to central France, to a village near Clermont-Ferrand. It's 1965. A building contractor and his client leave a restaurant after lunch and walk along a small road, discussing the construction site they're heading towards, while chatting about a poetic subject, reinforced concrete. They suddenly both exclaim, at the exact same moment, "What on earth is that?" At first, they think it's a mini tornado carrying a clump of straw hanging from the thing. They're observing what looks like moving tentacles. The object lifts paper bags and all kinds of debris from the construction sites. Except that while the objects lifted by the wind fall back to the ground, the large object remains levitating. The 2 men are hypnotized by this thing as it moves back and forth above the ground. Suddenly, 3 other identical objects materialize on the horizon, coming from the same direction, and rush at an extraordinary speed toward their UFO friend above the village. These objects move both vertically and horizontally and seem to be playing together in the sky. They disappear and reappear before the witness' eyes at a phenomenal speed. And then all of a sudden, nothing. A third witness, arriving by car, saw the same thing. All three witnesses later admitted to journalists how difficult it was to describe the craft precisely, which they said was, in their words, indescribable. The following story takes place on the evening of December 2nd, 1973, in an unidentified rural village. It's late, the witness, an elderly man, is returning home. As he is about to open his front door, he notices a red cylindrical object about 4 meters tall, moving very slowly sideways behind the trees, as if gliding on cushions of air. The object glows from within with a very intense red light. Terrified, the witness keeps his distance, as the phenomenon eventually vanishes into the sky in the blink of an eye. This man is actually very angry. He turned bright red with rage and told journalists, "It's a public danger. It's about time we take care of this." Only 150 meters from residential areas. Can you imagine? We don't even know who we are dealing with. And fundamentally, he is right. That will be the final word. It's time to take UFOs seriously. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you sweet dreams, and I'll be back very soon. Bye.